What's up, MetaNerdz? This video is all about a vessel found only in the shadiest parts of the galaxy, the Weequay Pirate Ship. It is unclear who manufactured it, or by what cost, but by looking at the engine array, I'd say there are some similarities with Corellian Engineering Corporation. But this ship does have wings that are tipped with laser cannons that can open up via an S-foil, similar to Incom Corporation designs like the ARC-170 and the X-Wing. To get its size, I think we can compare it to the CR-90. The engines on a CR-90 are around 43 meters long, so if we say that this section of the pirate ship was also 43 meters, then the total length would be 104 meters or 341 feet. That's 2/3 the length of the CR-90, and less than a third of the Corona class, aka the Pirate Saucer mothership. At 156 meters or 512 feet wide, it was nearly half the diameter of the Saucer and more than 8 ARC-170s across. As for its height, it is a bit hard to tell, but much taller than an AT-ST, perhaps even taller than an AT-AT, so somewhere around 22 meters or 72 feet. But that's with its wings closed. By taking the length of the wing in relation to its width and doubling it, then the height with these wings split open would be about 76 meters or 249 feet. That's nearly 4 sandcrawlers tall, more than twice the height of the CR-90. If a Weequay raiding party ever came to Earth, it would be about 1.5 Boeing 747s long, 1.5 football fields wide, and with the wing split, taller than a 24-story building. Those 6 thrusters seem to have given it a top atmospheric speed similar to most cargo ships, so something around 800 kilometers per hour or 497 miles per hour. And it does appear that its intended role was simply as a cargo vessel. You can see that the interior space is designed for cargo, and you can see that the cockpit is located on top of this ship instead of at the front of the vessel, better for getting a view of loading docks and spaceports. These protrusions up front would most likely be the tractor beam emitters, perfectly placed to assist in the seamless docking or transfer of cargo, and is in the same position as a lot of other cargo haulers. But I said that was its intended role because the Weequay pirate gangs came up with a more original use for it.
Goodness gracious me!
Each of these wings had voluminous cargo bays, with a loading elevator right in the center of it. But to the eyes of these pirates, it looked more like a fight pit. Inside the hexagon, the pirates would entertain themselves by pitting droids against each other in a fight to the digital death. Some crowd favorites were customized for fighting, but when the competition was sparse, they could always throw in some random droids they scavenged just to watch them get torn to bits or melted to slag. These floating droid gladiator rings would become a hotspot for gambling, as this style of fighting was common across the galaxy. That pair of laser cannons and potentially 4 torpedo tubes could be great when raiding unsuspecting merchant vessels, but the thin hull armor and weak or non-existent shields made it quick work for military vessels. When Grievous came upon the Maurader, he interrupted a deathmatch by deciding to use the ship as target practice. The first turbolaser shot blew an enormous hole in the vessel, ripping many of the crew and droids out into space. Subsequent shots were placed on the engine array, and you can see this blue wave of energy marking the destruction of their generators and Tabana gas reserves. It is likely that this particular ship was reduced to space dust, but there are countless models like it across the galaxy. As you would expect, whenever the Weequay pirates wanted to sell off their booty, or buy some entertainment or spices, they would have to set down on some seedy worlds. Many are seen on Zygeria, most likely aiding in the transport and capture of slaves, and maybe stopping to catch a deathmatch that involved organic combatants. Many are also seen on the homeworld of the pike species, Obadiah, assisting them in their spice trade, and I'm sure taking downtime to spend ill-gotten credits in the best spice den the port city had to offer. It is unclear how many Weequay pirate ships still roam the galaxy, but it is interesting to consider that they may have helped in the organization of Rinriven Dai. He was the Weequay crime boss that was able to make his species synonymous with organized crime, filling the void left when the New Republic crushed the Hutt cartels. So that's it for its history, and the only behind-the-scenes facts is that it first appeared in the episode Nomad Droids in Season 4 of the Clone Wars TV show. It is unclear what this underside red window is for, but it's pretty cool that it looks like a TIE Fighter wing or the CIS logo. Perhaps this area would be manned by a co-pilot or loading expert that could look out on the loading docks and move around crates with the tractor beam. But that's it for the Weequay Pirate Ship. If you want to connect with us, help support this channel, or get your own copies of reference material used to make these videos, be sure to check out the links in the description. Special shout out to our supporters over on Patreon. But most important of all, remember, the first rule about Weequay Droid Fight Club is bet on the droid with flamethrower hands. and the Force will be with you, always.